Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to the part 3 of the Recycle app from the scratch by using Flutter, and for the backend we are going to use is a Firebase. So on this series we are going to cover user authentication, how to manage the user earned points, managing all the items that the user want to dispose from the admin panel. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this channel. Now let's get started. But before we move forward, I want to introduce you to app crafting. So this is a startup started by me. So if you are looking for the app for your business or resume, we are going to make a budget friendly app for you. You can simply fill this contact form and can send us the requirements to get a awesome app in both Play Store and App Store. You can find the link of the app crafting in the description box. Before we move to the code, let me show you how our Recycle app will look alike and what we are going to get once you complete this awesome Recycle app series. Yeah, so you will also get to know like what all features we are going to add on this Recycle app. So here you can see the there is an onboarding screen, and in the onboarding screen we have just added one image, you can say as a graphic image that simply matches with our Recycle app. So here it has written go green and save energy, and we have just added the headline to app which is like recycle your waste products, easily collect household waste and generate less waste. So this is the title and the headline that we have added in our onboarding screen, and just below you can see the get started button, and through this button will directly land to the login page. And in the login page you can see that at the top we have added one more graphic image that will simply indicate our Recycle app, and we have added the important headline or the title which is like reduce, reuse, recycle, repeat, that simply indicate the main phrase of an Recycle app. And here you can see that we have written every item you recycle makes a difference. So that's a reality. And now you can see that this is a get started text, and just below this you can see that there is a sign in with Google button. So yes, we are going to add a Google authentication on this app, though I have added an email authentication many times before in my channel. So I thought that let's bring something new on this series, and we have added the Google authentication on this app. So you will get to know how to use this authentication in your app. So we'll click to this, and here I'll just sign in with my one of my Google account, and will directly move to the home page of the app. Yep. So here it is, and we have successfully landed to the home page of the app. And in the home page you can see that the hello text with a username which will be shown over here with a user image. And here you can see that there is one more image which simply says that earn points for discarded trash. So let me explain you like what is the basic idea of making this Recycle app. So here the user will going to upload the item they want to dispose, and that will be shown to the admin panel. So yes, we are going to add the admin panel on this app, from where the admin can see all the items that the users has been requested to dispose, and the user need to just select the category for which item they need to dispose, like either it is a plastic, paper, battery or a glass. So these are the four categories that I have added on the app. Now if the user I will say if the user will request for any of the item they want to dispose, and the admin simply approve that, then they will get some points for the item they dispose. Now the points I'm going to show you like how it will be shown, and they can simply redeem that point and can get some money in their bank account. So this is the basic idea of a app. So through this app the user can simply earn some money as well. Now let's move, and here we'll click to the plastic. So for example, if I want to dispose a plastic, now I just need to upload the image, and here we just need to enter the address. So here you can see that it simply says that enter your address you want the item to be picked. So by entering this address the admin can be known like from where they just need to pick this item. And for example, if we want to dispose a Pepsi bottle, though I have just picked a random image just to show you how the image picker will going to work. So here we just need to enter the quantity of the item that we need to dispose. So I'll just write the address something like this. So I'll write near main market something like this, yeah, and we'll just enter the quantity up to 3 and we'll click to the upload button, and you can see that it takes just a few seconds to upload the item. Now let's move back to the home page, and here you can see that this is the pending request, and in the pending request it's going to show all the requests that the user will demand for. Yeah, now here let's move to the points page, and in the points page you can see that it simply shows that how much points that the user have earned. So it is now 0. Yep. So when the when the admin will give the approval for the package that the user demand for, then the points will be simply added over here. And in the last transaction you can see that it simply shows the date from which date the user demand for the points they need to redeem, and it also shows the status, and this status will be like if the money has been transferred to their bank account or not. Yes, we are going to show this status is in the user side of the app. So let me move to the admin panel and let me approve all the things that the user demand for, so that I can show you in the real time like how it's going to work. Yep. So here we'll move to the admin login page, and in the admin login page you can see that there is a 2 section which is a username and the password. So we are going to provide the unique username and the password to the each admin so that they can simply log in the admin panel. Yeah, so now we'll click to this login button, and here we'll run to the home admin page from where the admin can simply give the approval for the items that the user want to dispose. And the second thing is a redeem request. Now if the user request for any points they want to redeem, the points or the request will be shown over here. Now let's give the approval for this one. So I'll click to the approve button, and you can see that we have simply give the approval for the item. Yep. So let's move to the to the user side so that I can show you how much points that the user have earned. So here we'll move to the points page, and you can see that in our app we have done something like this. If the admin approve for the one item, then we are going to add the 100 points. Like each time we are going to add the 100 points to the user side. So here you can see that the points that the user have earned, it simply shows 100. Now if I want to redeem the 15 points, I'll click to this redeem points, and in the add point I will just add the point like how much points I need to redeem, and I need to add a UPI ID. Now if you are watching this video from India, then you know that what is an UPI ID. But if you are watching this video from outside India, I will suggest you that please add the bank account details, like allow the user to enter their bank account details, and the admin can simply send their money in their bank account. So I need to just enter the random UPI ID something like this, and we'll click to the add button, and you can see that it simply shows that the status is pending and at which date I have tried to redeem the points. Yeah, so now let's approve this one, and let's see how the status will going to change in the real time. Yep, so let's switch to the admin panel. So here we have landed to the home admin page. Now we'll click to the redeem request, and this is, you can see that I have just requested to redeem a 50 points, the UPI ID and the username, which is my name, Shivam Gupta, and now I'm going to approve this by clicking to this approve button, and it will just take a few seconds to highlight that in the user side. So let's switch to the user side and let's see what status has been updated over there. So here we'll move to the points, and you can see that once we have approved from the admin panel, it just take a few seconds to highlight that the money has been transferred to their bank account. So this is what we can do in our points page, and at last you can see the profile page where the user can simply log out and delete account. Other buttons that they can use and can just delete their account as well. So these are all the things that we have done in our Recycle app, and this will be one of the most interesting series that you are going to learn. And if you want to get the source code of this awesome app, I will provide you the link in the description box. You can get it from there, and if you are facing to get a source code, let me know in the Instagram ID, because I will provide you the link of my Instagram ID in the description box. And if you want to pay from the other payment methods, let me know. I'll try to help you as soon as I can. Yep. So now let's get started. But before we move forward, I want to introduce you to app crafting. So this is a startup started by me. So if you are looking for the app for your business or resume, we are going to make a budget friendly app for you. You can simply fill this contact form and can send us the requirements to get a awesome app in both Play Store and App Store. You can find the link of the app crafting in the description box. Here you can see that I have created one folder name which is shared preference.tat, and I have written all the necessary code that we need to simply store a data locally. So here you can see that we are going to save the user ID, his name, the email, the image. So these are the things, or not a three things, sorry, are four things that we are going to save in our shared preference. Yeah, so once we have done this thing, now let's move to the perspec.ml file, and please add this package from the perf dev. You can find this package, and once you add this package, now we can successfully save the data locally. Now to save the data locally, we are going to move to the order.dart file, and here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just pass await shared preference helper dot save, and we are going to first save the user email. So I'll write user details dot email, something like this, and that's how we are going to save this, something like this. Now we'll write await shared preference helper dot save user id, and we are going to save the user id. So write user details dot uid, we'll write await shared preference again helper dot save user image, and then we are going to write a same command which is photo url just to save the data, something like this. Await shared preference helper dot save, we have saved, we haven't saved the username, so now we are going to save the username as well. Yeah, so we'll just write display name. Yeah, so these are the things that we need to do so to save the data locally. Now you need to sign up in the app again, because if you won't sign up in the app again, then this function we won't be called, which is sign in with Google to save the data locally first. So we need to simply sign up in the app. So here the error that has been shown, I'll just keep it empty for once, and here I'm going to just move to the sign up page and we'll sign up in the app again. Yeah, so the page name is logins, right? Login, just click to this sign in with Google, and we'll use the same account to sign in the app. Yeah, click on continue, it has been done, and now we'll move to the home page. It says that okay, so we have added shared preference just now, so it simply says that a missing plugin error. So as I want to tell you that when we are adding any of the new packages in the perspec.ml file, make sure that you don't hot reload and hot restart the app. That will not going to work. It will simply throw the error something like this, which is missing plugin error. So once you do this thing, we need to just close the complete VS Code, the emulator, and just rerun the complete app from the scratch. Rerun the complete app again. Now I'll show you how our Google authentication, not a Google authentication, because I've already shown you the Google authentication. I'm in the shared preference will going to work. So I click to this sign in with Google button again, and we'll just save the data locally. Click to the continue, and we'll just wait. Yeah, so we move to the home page and our data has been saved locally by using a shared preference. Now I'll show you how we can get a data that we have saved locally. So first we are going to get the user unique ID. So I'll write string ID, and to get his unique ID, I'm going to create a function name which is get the shared pref. Yeah, so this is the function name which is get the shared pref, and this is the function name that we are going to create. We'll write id is equals to await shared preference helper dot get, and we'll get the user specific id, and once we get an id we can simply pass and set state. And in the on the load function, I'm going to just call the our function name which is get the shared pref, and we'll just pass the set state as well. And in the init state, I'm going to call this function which is on the load. Yeah, so these are the functions that or process that we need to do to get our data locally from the shared preference, and I've simply called the function name which is get user id, and this function will give us the user specific ID in the ID string. Now we can just pass this here that we have created. So I'll write ID like this. Yeah, so now we can pass the user specific ID. Now here I click to the plastic and we'll move to this page, but it simply says a null check. What is null? Let me see first. It says a null check. Maybe ID is null for now, so I'll need to just refresh this home page. So I'll call the home page first, and in the home page I just need to hot restart the complete app. And now we'll move to the plastic and we landed to this page successfully. Yeah, so once we have landed to this page, now I'm going to show you how we can upload a image of that respective item from here by using image picker and the Firebase storage. Yeah, I will just use a image picker to pick the image, and the picked image will be simply shown over here. You know that we have added the image picker package in our perspec.ml file. So for that I just need to write file image picker something like this, and we'll just write picker is equals to image picker. Yeah, so we just need to call the function something like this. Now the image that we are going to pick from our phone device, which will be in the form of file, because we are going to pick the image from the phone gallery, so we need to just create a file over here. So I'm going to create a file, and in the file I'm going to just pass the selected image something like this. So I'll just pass the selected image, so which is our file name, and where we are going to store the image that we have picked. Yeah, so we are going to just call this, and once we are pick the image, now I'm going to create a future get image. Now this function will simply help the user to pick the image from the phone gallery, and we are going to just store the image in our share file, selected image file that we have created. So I'll just write picker dot pick image, and this is the function that we can call, and we need to just pass the source. So for the source I'll write image source dot, and here there are two choices, like if you want the allow to user to click the image from the camera and the image to be shown over here, and the second thing is that the user will simply upload the image from the phone gallery. So these are the two things they can simply do over here. So I'll just pass the gallery over here. Now here I'll just pass the selected image, and we'll just pass the file and the image path. Yeah, so I'll just write the file image dot path something like this, and once we have done this thing, we can successfully pass a set state. Yeah, so here you can see that this is the function that we have created, and it simply says that it will call a pick image function, and the image will be picked from a gallery, and once the image has been picked, we are going to store in the selected image file. So these are the normal thing that we have passed, and it is very easy to understand. I think so, you are smart. Yeah, now let's move, and here I'm going to just create one function name which is upload item, and in this function not upload item, what I'm thinking that we can just pass to the upload button as well. Now you will say that Shivam, that you have told me that we'll show the two path where we are going to store the image or show the image without using a Firebase storage. Yes, I have told you that, so do not need to worry, I'll show you that process. First we need to pass a text editing controller. Now if you don't know the use of text editing controller, like if the user will enter the address and the quantity, now to get a text from this respective text field, we need to pass a text editing controller. So I'm writing text editing controller, and we'll just pass the address controller something like this, and we'll just pass new text editing controller. Yeah, so that we can handle all the text that the user going to enter on this respective text fields. Yeah, so this is easy. So I'll just pass text editing controller, and here I'll just pass the quantity controller is equals to new text editing controller. So these are the some things. Now we can just pass all the controllers in the respective text field. So for that I just need to move over over here. So I'll write controller, and first this is the address controller. So I'll just pass the controller, and we'll just pass address controller, We'll do same for the quantity controller. So let controller quantity controller. Now we can handle the text that the user going to enter on this respective text field. Now let add the execution so that the picked image will be directly shown over here. Now here we have used the image picker. Now if you are using the Android device or a Windows laptop, then you don't need to do anything. If you are planning to run or your and if you are already running the app in the Android emulator, you don't need to do anything extra to handle the image to be picked and shown here in the screen. But for the iOS ones who are using the iOS emulator, they need to add some of the necessary commands in the info.plist file. So let me show you what necessary commands we need to add in our info.plist file. Yeah, here you can see that as I was telling for the iOS, so these are the three necessary commands you just need to add to the iOS runner and info.plist file, and you can add this necessary permissions to handle the usage of a image to be picked from a phone gallery. Yeah, so these are the things that we need to do. Now let's move forward to our page, and here once you have added this command, now here what I'm going to do first, let's pass first we have already passed a controller to the each text field, so it is okay. Now here what I'm going to do is that first I'll wrap up the container with a, or we can wrap up the center widget with a gesture detector, and in the onTap method I'll just pass something like this. So on the onTap method I'll just pass a get image function so that we can simply pick the image from the phone gallery, and once the image has been picked we can simply show that image over here. So for that I'll just need to pass the command like if the selected image is not equals to null, it means that the image has been already been picked, then we are going to show that image over here. Yeah, so for that I just need to pass a container first, and in the container I need to pass the height and width as well. So I'll pass the height and width, so I'll copy this, we'll paste it something over here, and here I'm going to just pass a child, and in the child there is some error. Why I've written container two times? We don't need that, so I'll remove this first, and we'll directly pass the height and width. So we'll pass height 180 and the width which will be the 180. Yeah, so here I'll show the image which is in the form of file, as I've told you that. So I'll write image.file so that we can read the file of that respective image that we want to show over here. So I'll write a selected image where we have stored that file name, and we'll just pass a feed boxfit.cover. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, so this is the thing that we need to do. Like if you want to pick the image and show the image that has been picked over here. Now once we have done this thing, now let's upload the data to the user collection. Now I'm saying the users collection, but in the users collection we are going to create, or we are going to move to that respective user ID, and then we are going to show the request, and there will be one more request that will be shown in the admin side as well, so that they can approve that, and we can highlight that the approval in the user side of the app. Yeah, so these are the some things that we need to do. So let's create some functions for that. So here I'm going to create the I'm going to copy this function, we are going to paste it over here. Now I'll just need to pass the function name which is add, and here I'm going to pass the function name which will be like upload item. Yeah, add user upload item. So I'll write add user upload item. Yeah, so this is the function name. So here I need to move to the users collection, his specific doc ID, then I'll need to add the collection as well. And once we have added this collection, first let's move to the specific doc ID. So I need to also create or write one more string to get a respective item ID. So I'll write item ID, and we'll just pass the item ID over here. Yeah, so this is what we are going to do, and here I'm going to just pass the collection name which is like we can pass items. Yeah, or yeah, items is okay. If you want to pass any other collection name, it's up to your choice. Yeah, now once we have passed this thing, now what I'm going to do is that, as I've told you that this items will be shown to the user side of the app. Now the second thing, we need approval from the admin, so we need to also show the items in the admin side of the app as well. So for that I just need to create one more function. So I'll copy this and we directly paste it something over here, and we'll just write add admin item. Yeah, so write add admin item, and here I'll just pass the request. So I'll just write request. So this is the collection name we can pass, which is requests. Yeah, and here I'm going to just pass the document ID as well. We'll just remove this item ID because we don't need that. So this is already an item ID, so I'm directly will pass the item ID over here. Yeah, so once we have wrote this thing, now let's create the map so that we can upload the data. So here I'm going to just wrap up with a gesture detector first, and in the gesture detector now I'm going to show you the two paths. As I've told you that the first path will be like if the user, or if you want to upload the item with an image, and second thing, if you don't want to use a Firebase storage and upload item without an image. Yeah, so now I'll show you the two process. So first process, I'm going to show you the how we can use a Firebase storage and can upload an image to the Firebase storage and can show that image in the Firestore database. Yeah, now the second process, as I've told you that we are not going to use a Firebase storage. So which path fit best for you, go in your way, it's up to your choice. Yeah, so here I'll just pass like this: if selected image is not equals to null. Yeah, and here I'll just pass address controller.text is not equals to null. Yeah, and then we are going to just pass something like this, not null, we'll just pass space. Yeah, and then we are going to pass like this: quantity controller.text should not be equals to space. So as it simply says that the image should be selected to upload the data to the Firestore database. This text field should be filled, it should not be empty. As you know that this simply indicate that should not be empty or should not be space. Then a third thing is the quantity, and if the quantity is also not empty, then we are going to execute the function. Yeah, now first I'm going to create a string ID which will be the item ID, and here I'm going to use a random alphanumeric 10 because we are going to provide the unique ID to the each items that we are going to upload. Now here I'm going to create a function so that we can upload this image to the Firebase storage. So I'll write Firebase storage something like this. So I'll write Firebase storage ref is equals to Firebase storage Firebase storage dot instance dot ref dot child, and here I'm going to just write a folder name which is a block image. So this is the folder name that I'm going to use, which is block image, and we are going to just pass a child, and we'll keep on adding the image one after the another by passing the unique ID. Yeah, so this is the function that I've created. Now I'll just write final upload task is equals to Firebase storage ref dot put file, and here I'm going to just pass the selected image. Yeah, and as you know that when we upload the image to the Firebase storage, we usually get the image is in the form of the link. Yeah, so we need to get that link, and we'll show that link in the Firestore database. So I'll just get the link. So I'll write download URL is equals to await. So for that I just need to pass the async, and we'll just write await, and we'll write await task. So I'll write await task, and we'll just write ref. So write dot ref dot get download URL. Yeah, so we are going to get that URL link. Now once we have get the URL link, now we can upload the data. So I'll write map string dynamic. Yeah, and here I'm going to just pass the add quiz. Why quiz? Sorry. So add item. So I'll write add item, and this is our map name. Now I think so there is no confusion why we are using a map. Yeah, so here I'm going to just first pass the image that have been shown or uploaded by the user. So I'll write up image and we'll just write download URL, and here we are going to get the link of that image, and now we are going to pass the address. So write address and we'll just write address controller.text so that we can get a text from the address text field. Now here we are going to just pass the third thing, which is quantity, and we'll just pass quantity controller.text. Yeah, so these are the three things. Now it is not like only we need these three things, because we need to also upload the username, his image, and all the things, so that we can show that in the users, not a user, in the admin side of the app. Yeah, so you know that we have already saved all these things in the shared preference. So let's call all these things. So let string id, and we are going to get his name. I don't think so we need his image. Yeah, so I'll just write first something like this, which is get the shared pref, get the shared pref. So this is the function name that I've created. So let async id is equals to await shared preference helper. So let shared preference helper dot get user id. So we are going to get a specific user id from the shared preference. Then we are going to get his name. So for that I just need to write await shared preference helper. So write shared preference helper dot get his user name. Yeah, so these are the two commands or functions that we need to pass, and we'll just pass a set state. Now in the init state I'll just call this function. So write init state and get the shared pref. So this is the function that we need to call. Yeah, so once we have wrote this thing, now we can just pass this data. So first I'm going to pass the user id as well. So write user id, and we just need to pass the id which we have got, and we'll just pass the name of the user. So I'll write the name. Yeah, so I think so these two things are okay, and now we can just call the function that we have written. So let database methods dot, and here I'm going to just write add user upload item. So first we need to pass a map name, which is add item. Then we need to pass the user id, and all these are the simple things. Then we need to write await database methods dot add. Now we need to add the item to the admin as well. So I'll write a map name, which is add item, and here rather than passing this id, we just need to pass the item id, something like this. Yeah, so once we have passed this thing, now once the data has been uploaded successfully to the Firebase storage, and we have and we have got the image, now we need to just show the green light. You know how to show the green light. If not, we are going to use a toast message to show that respective green light. Yeah, now to show the green light, I just need to write a scaffold messenger dot of context. So dot of context, and here I'm going to just write dot show snack bar. So here I'm going to just show the snack bar or a toast message, you can say that. Now I'll just need to pass a text widget in the content. So I'll need to pass a text widget, and in the text widget I'll just write like upload, not upload, item has been uploaded successfully. Yeah, uploaded successfully, something like this. Yeah, so here we can pass this. We can pass the styling by using app widget class as well. So let dot white text field style, which is enough, and we'll just pass 22.0. So this is the green light we can show. We haven't passed the green light till now, so for that I just need to pass background color. So I just need to pass the background color here as well. So at colors dot green. Yeah, so this is the green color or green signal. We can just show the user, and we can say yeah, they have uploaded the item. Yeah, so this is the thing that we can do. It is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, I hope it is very clear for you to all understand. Like, this is not very tough. Now this was the process to, if you are using a Firebase storage. Now if the second process is that if you are not using a Firebase storage, then let me show that. I'll just change all this code that I've written to upload the item to command. So I'll just use command, and we'll just pass slash. Yeah, so just to command this all the code. And once we have done this thing, now here in the image I'll just keep it space, because, and we'll also remove this command as well, because we don't need this. So rather than doing like this, I'll just tell that remove this one, because as we are not going to select the image and upload the image, so that's why we need to just keep the image up to space. Yeah, so by passing this, now we can successfully upload the image sorry, not image, a data to the firestore database without the image or the use of Firebase storage. Yeah, so these were the two paths that I've shown you. It's up to your choice, like which path you want to go. Yeah, now let's handle and let's upload our first item to the Firebase storage, not Firebase storage, cloud firestore database. Yeah, so I'll simply hot restart the app first, and now I'll move to the plastic. Now I'll show you what going. It will simply pick the image from the phone gallery, and you will see that the picked image is something over here. Now if you want to center this, we can just pass the center widget. So I'll wrap up with a center widget first so that I can bring it at the center. Now if you want to provide the border radius to this image, you just need to pass the clip react, and in the clip react you just need to pass the border radius. So for the border radius, I'll just write border radius dot circular, and we can pass 20. Yeah, so this is the image, you can see that, and we can just pick the image from our phone gallery. Yeah, now I just need to enter the address. So I'll write near main market. Yeah, something like this. Now I just need to pass the quantity, and here I click to this upload button, and let's see what it going to happen. And if we see a green light, yeah, so item has been uploaded successfully, and we have successfully seen the green light. And if you want that once the item has been uploaded, you just want that this text field to be at the normal form, you can do one thing. You can just pass a set state and just pass address controller.text, sorry, address controller.text to be space, text to be space. Yeah, then we can just pass quantity controller.text dot text should also be empty, so that if the user want to upload the second item, they can successfully do that without removing all this text from this respective text field. So that's are the small things that simply make the your app like very user friendly. So that's how we can just make the our users who are using this app work easy. Yeah, as a developer. So I'll write selected image which is equals to null. Yeah, something like this. Now let's check to the firestore database, as we have already uploaded this data to the firestore database. Yeah, so we move to the cloud firestore, and here you can see that this is the items collection that we have created, and in the items collection this is a specific item ID that we have provided, and you can see that this is the name that I've got from the shared preference, the quantity that I have entered in the respective text field, the address, the image is null, and the specific user ID. So you can see that it is working brilliantly, and you can see that there is one more collection which is requests, and this will be directly shown in the user side of the app. Yeah, not user, the admin side of the app. I forgot that there is one more thing that we need to do, is the approval thing. We haven't passed that, so I just need to pass a status. So I'll write status, and we need to just pass the status which is pending, and once the admin simply give the approval to this specific item the user want to dispose, we just need to change the status from pending to approved. Yeah, so we'll do that. I will show you how we can do that. Yeah, so I just need to add one more field over here. So I'll write status, something like this, and we'll just pass the pending, something like this. We'll click on add, and we'll do same for the item side. So here I'll add the field, we'll just pass status, something like this. Status will just pass which is like pending. Click on add, and this is how we can add the respective field name, and it is working brilliantly, and our upload item page is done. Yes, now let's create the admin side of the app so that we can give the approval and can add some points to the user side of the app. Yes, as I've told you in the starting, we are going to add the points to the user side of the app, because if they are disposing the item, we are going to give some reward because they are doing a good job, and as a good human being we just need to reward someone if they are doing a good job. Yeah, so that's a common thing. Yeah, so if you haven't hit that like button till now, then what you are waiting for? Hit that like and subscribe button and show your support if you haven't, because I'm noticing that while many of you are loving our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button yet, just like my courses and just like this recycle app which is totally free, the like and subscribe button is also free. So hit that like and subscribe button and show your support. Yeah, now let's move, and here I'm going to move to the leaf folder, and we are going to simply create a new folder name which will be the admin folder. And in the admin folder I'm going to simply create a new file name which is admin approval dot. Yeah, so this is the page that we are going to create, which is admin approval dot. And first I'm going to import the package by using material dot, and we'll write all the things that we usually write in all the Dart pages. Yeah, so we just need to pass a stateful widget, admin approval. We'll just pass the page name. We can just pass a 3 widgets again that we usually do. So we'll write scaffold, body, container, child, column. Yeah, so once we have wrote this 3 widgets, now let's move. And first I move to the upload item page, and we just need to show the page name so that admin can know. Yeah, so first I'm going to copy this complete padding, and we just need to copy this as well. So I'll paste it something over here. We'll just pass this, not this, this. I'll just pass all the brackets that we needed. We'll call app widget class. We'll just pass the margin. So let margin edge insert dot only. From the top let's pass 40.0, and we'll call this page so that I can show you what all code I'm writing. So I'll write admin approval page, and we'll just restart this app, and this is the page. I'll just change the page name, which is admin approval. So sorry, why I'm on this page, we need to move to the this page. So I'll write admin approval. Yeah, so I'll write admin approval. Yeah, so this is the thing. Just need to pass 6 or 7 is okay, I guess. Yep. So once we pass this thing, now here I'm going to show the container first. So first I'm going to show the or write the UI, then we are going to show the data from the Firestore database. Yeah, so first let me create the UI first. So I'll write box decoration. Sorry. Yeah, so box decoration color, I'll just pass colors dot white. That's caps lock. So let colors dot white, and here I'm going to just pass a width, media query dot of context dot size dot width. We'll just pass some more things we need to. We'll just pass child, column, children, and once we have shown the children, then we are going to show the image of the item that the user want to dispose. So let me add some image. I don't think so I've added the image that the user want to dispose. So let me add some image over here. Yeah, so here I've added one image which is a Coca-Cola bottle. Here you can see this. Yeah, so I'll just show the image first. So for that I'll just pass image.asset images, and we just need to pass the image file name, which is coca.png, I guess. We can just pass the height. Let's pass the height 120, width 120, and we can just pass a fit box fit dot cover. Yeah, so here you can see that this is the image, but what I'm going to do is that rather than passing a column widget, we just need to pass a row widget here. Yeah, so I'll just increase the height and width of this image so that we can see this clearly, and we'll just pass fit box fit dot fill. Yeah, or contain is also okay. Yeah, so this is now it's okay. Now once we have shown this, now first I'm going to pass the margin as well. So let margin edge insert dot only, from the left 20.0, from the right 20.0, something like this. Yeah, now we can just pass the space from the top. So I'll just need to pass the size box. So I'll write size box height 20.0, which will be enough, I guess. Yeah, now here I'm going to just pass the container, and I'll just write decoration, box decoration, border, and we'll just pass border dot all. We'll just pass the color as well. So write colors dot black. We'll just pass 45, and we just need to pass width 2.0, which will be enough. Yeah, so these are the things that we need to do. I guess it is okay. Let's decrease our size. 120 is okay, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. and here I'm going to just pass the padding. So let padding edge inside dot all, let's pass 10, not over here, sorry for that, we just need to pass it over here, padding. Yeah, so now you can see this, but we just need to pass the border radius. So let border radius dot circular, we'll just pass 20, I guess, which is okay to show this image. Now once we have shown this image, now we just need to pass the border radius here as well. So let border radius dot circular, we'll just pass 20. Yeah, so once we have shown this, now we just need to show the username who want to dispose this respective item. So for that I just need to write a column widget. We'll just write children text widget, and in the text widget I'll just need to pass the username. So I'll write my name, which is Shivam Gupta. Yeah, so I'll write Shivam Gupta. I'll just pass the styling by using app widget class dot, we'll just pass normal text style, we'll just pass 20.0. so this is how we can show my name. And then I think so we can do one more thing, we can just pass the icon as well, so that it will look good. So that icons dot person, something like this, we'll just pass the color, and we can pass the main color of this recycle app, which is which color? If you are saying green, then you are right, which is green color. Yeah, so you can increase the size, it's up to your choice. Yeah, so 28 is okay, I guess, it's up to your choice. Let size box with 10.0, which is enough. We'll just pass the space something over here. So let size box with, let's pass 30.0, which will be enough, which is too much, I guess. Let's pass 20. I just need to bring the text to the top. So for that I just need to pass a cross, and we'll just write cross axis alignment dot start. Yeah, or I don't think so we need this, we can fix that later. Yeah, so I'll need to copy this row widget, we just need to paste. So once we have shown the name, the second thing we are going to show is the address. So for that I just need to pass the location on. Yeah, and then we need to pass our address, which is near main market. We can just pass this near main market, Delhi. Yeah, Delhi, and we just need to pass across, so that we can align all the things. So let cross accident dot start, and here I'm going to just pass a container. Now you can see that if there will be a address with like 4 to 5 words, because of course the address will be in 4 to 5 words, they can't enter just their specific like city name, they need to enter complete address. So that is a common sense that it will be in like more than one word or 2 words, so it will be in 4 to 5 words. Now I just need to handle this so that there will be no any pixel error. So for that I just need to wrap up with a column widget, and I will say that if there is a space that is covering by this text widget, I just need to shift the remaining text to the next line. Yeah, so for that I just need to pass a media query, and dot of context dot size dot width, and we'll just pass divide by 4. Yeah, or divide by 3. 3 is also okay, we can pass this to show the address and the username. And once we have shown these two things, now the next thing what it is to show the quantity. Yeah, so for the quantity I'll just pass the inventory icon, and just to indicate this as a quantity, write 3. Yeah, so these are the 3 things that we can pass, which is first the username, his address, and the quantity of items he want to dispose. Now there is one of the most important thing, which is to add a button to give the approval. Yeah, so I'll just write container, and we'll just write width, and we'll just pass 200. And once we have passed this, we'll just pass decoration, box decoration, color, and the colors dot black, font size 1, passing font size here. Sorry. So I'll write border radius dot circular, we can just pass 20. Yeah, so once we have passed this, now here I'm going to just pass the child text widget, and in the text widget I just need to pass the text, which is like approve, I guess, approved, not approved. We can just like approve. Yeah, it is okay. I just pass style app widget class dot white text style 20.0 enough, I guess. 20 is too much, let's pass 10. If it is too much, then we can pass 10. We can center this with the help of center widget, something like this. And here I'm going to just pass the height as well, so let 40, and it is okay. We'll just pass size box so that there will be some space, 5.0, which will be enough. Yeah, so this is how we can show all these things. Now if you want, you can pass the material widget to this container, it's up to your choice. Yeah, so here what I'm going to do first, I'm going to just wrap up the container with a material widget and will just pass the elevation 3.0, something like this. I need to copy this border radius from here. We'll just paste it something over here. I need to pass the margin as well, so I'll need to copy, not copy, I'll need to wrap up with a container widget. I'll just cut out the margin from here. We'll directly paste it over here. Now you can successfully see the elevation and all, and it looks really great, I guess. Yeah, it is. So once we have passed this thing, now we can show the data from the Firestore database. So there is a request collection, as you know that. So we are going to show all the documents that the request collection has. But there is one twist. What is a twist? Let me show you. So here, what is that? In the request collection, we are going to show only that documents whose status are pending. Like if the status is approved, then why need to show that in here, over here, to give a approved to the already approved item. Yeah, so that's why I'm going to show only that items whose status is pending. Now you will say that, Shivam, how we are going to do that? So that's very easy for me if you are learning for the first time, and if you have learned the Firestore database about Firestore database before, then you will get an idea how we can do that easily. Yeah, so we are going to use a stream builder to show all the documents that the respective collection has. Now you will say that, what is a stream builder? Now a stream builder is something that will like make very easy to get all the data from the respective collection, and that to show that in the app. Yeah, now the stream builder will also take just a few seconds. So for example, if I will click to this approve button, I need this container to be removed from here because I have already given the approval to this item. Yeah, so now the stream builder will just take, I think so, few seconds to just, not a few seconds, I think so few milliseconds, to remove this container from here. And that's really a stream builder that I'm going to use, and I'll also refer you to use a stream builder when you are trying to get a data from the respective collections. Yeah, let's move. And here first I'm going to create a function so that I can get all the not a collection, all the documents from a request collection through the snapshot. Now you will say that, what is a snapshot? So here you can see that we are going to move to the respective document. So for example, if I need to get all the field name or all the fields regarding this specific doc ID, then I need to move to this specific doc ID and get all the respective fields. Now to read this respective fields, there is the use of snapshot. Yeah, so to read a specific document, we need a snapshot. So this is the use of a snapshot. Now here what I'm going to do, in the database or dart file, I'm going to simply create a function. So for that I just need to write a future stream. So write future stream query snapshot, query snapshot, something like this. And once we have passed this, now I'm going to just create a function which is get the admin approval. Yeah, so get admin approval. And here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to pass async, and we are going to just pass return await, and we'll just pass Firebase firestore dot instance dot collection dot collection, and we are going to move to the respective collection, which is a request collection. So I'm going to copy this collection name and we are going to paste it over here. Now as I've told you that we are not going to show all the documents that the request collection has, because if the document which has been given approval by the admin, then that doesn't make any sense to show that in the admin approval page, right? So here what we are going to do is that we are going to use a function name which is dot where, and dot where will help us to check that if the status is pending or not. And if the status is pending, then we are going to get that specific what document, and here I'll just pass dot get, not dot snapshot. Yeah, something like this. Now here we are going to get all the documents whose status is pending. Yeah, so when we move to this document ID, and if this is true, then we are going to get this. Now once we have done this thing, now here I'm going to first create that. For that I just need to create a stream first. So for that I just need to write a stream approval stream something like this, and here I'm going to create a function name which is get on the load. And here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just pass the async, and here I'm going to just pass await, approval stream is equals to await database methods dot get admin approval, and we'll just pass a set state. And in the init state I'm going to just pass the function name which is get on the load. Now we'll create a function so that we can get all the data from the request collection, right? So let me create a stream builder that I've told you. So I'm going to just first create a function name by using widgets, and we'll just write all approvals. Yeah, so write all approvals, something like this. So I have written widgets, widget of all approvals, and here I'm going to just pass a return, and in the return I'm going to return this. So I'll just return this, and in the return I'll just pass a stream builder, and we'll just write a stream which is approval stream. And once we have passed this, now we are going to do one thing here, like in the builder I'm going to just pass a context async snapshot something like this. And once we pass this, now we are going to do one thing which will be like, here I'm going to return, and we'll just pass snapshot dot has data. Now you will say that, Shivam, what is a snapshot dot has data? Yeah, so let me explain you. So you can see that there is a request collection that I've shown you, and in the request collection we are going to check that if the request collection has the documents or not. So the snapshot will check that if the request collection has the data, then we are going to show all the documents in the form of list view, and if the document is not available, then we are going to show just a container, right? So this is the thing that we need to do. So for that I just need to pass a list view, and in the list view I just need to pass list view dot builder, something like this. Yeah, and once the data, I think so it is correct. Why I'm facing the error? It simply says that item builder is required. Okay, item builder context index. So remove this one, and we remove this one, and here if the data is not available, we are going to just show the container as I have told you. Yeah, so once we have done this thing, now here I'm going to pass the item count as well. So first let's pass the padding, and if there is there is a padding which has been already been given by the side of list view, which is a default padding. So if I don't need that default padding, I'll just write edge insert dot 0 to remove all the default paddings from here, and I'll just pass the item count, and in the item count I'll just write snapshot dot data dot docs dot length, something like this. And once we have passed this, now here first thing I need to pass is that which is like document snapshot ds is equals to snapshot dot data dot docs, and we'll just pass the index, something like this. And once we have passed this, now we can just return this and can show this container and can show the data as well. Yeah, so I'm going to copy this complete container from here. Yeah, and we'll just paste it something over here as well. Yeah, now once we have shown this thing, now if we are going to show the image, so if you have used the Firebase storage and there is a link that you have provided to the image field, then you just need to write image.network, and you can just pass ds image. I hope it is clear. Let me show you. You can just pass ds network, something like this, and ds image, something like this. If you have passed the link of an image, or if you have used a Firebase storage. If not, you can just leave it something like this, and it will simply read the image that you have saved in the images folder. Now once we have done this thing, now we are going to show the username as well. So I'm going to copy this name field, will just paste it something like this. Then the third thing, which is like the we need to show the address, so I need to copy this address as well. Sorry, copy this address, we'll just paste, not paste, we'll just paste it something over here. And then the quantity, so write ds, and we'll just copy this, and here I'm going to just pass the quantity as well. Now here let's call this function over where over here in the column widget, so that I can show you what all documents we are getting. So I'm going to just hot restart the app, I think so, yeah. So as you know that the list view will act as a good children, as I've told you before. If not, then the list view is something like which act like a good children. And being a good developer, I just need to tell a list view to use how much space he need to use. So for that, I just need to pass a container, and in the container I just need to pass the height and media query dot of context dot size dot height divide by 1.5. Now once we have passed this, now the list view will say yes sir, now I'm going to use this much space. Yeah, so I'm going to just hot restart this app again, and this is, now we can see the data, and this is the name, near main market, the address and quantity and all. Now let's add the execution for our approval button. Yeah, so let me add some necessary functions. So here I'll copy this function, I think so, yeah, you can copy this, and here I'll just paste it over here. So first we are going to change the status for the admin side, then we are going to change the status for the user side. So these are the two things that we need to do. So here I'll just write update user request, yeah, and here I'll just pass the request collection. Now one thing I'm telling you, that when you are writing a collection name, the field name, like this is a collection name, this is a field name and all, so make sure that it should be exact. Any mismatch or anything, if you write extra, or if you just forget to write a capital or small letter, any mismatch, a single mismatch, a space also, you will simply get an error. So make sure that when you're copying the field name and the collection name, it should be exact. Yeah, because then you will think that why I'm facing the error, everything is correct and all. So that's why I'm telling that thing again and again. Please keep the patience. I know you have a good patience, that's why you are watching my video, a long series. Yeah, so when you are copying the collection name and the field name, it should be exact. Yeah, so I'll copy the field name, and we are going to just paste it something over here, and we'll just pass the update function, and through the update I'll just pass the field name that I want to update. Yeah, so I'll show you how we can update the field name. So first I'll pass this, and we just need to pass the field name, which is status, and we'll just pass here as well, and we'll just change to approve. Yeah, approved. Now this is for the admin side. Now let's do for the user side. So I'll write update admin request. Yeah, and now for the user request, I just need to move to the users collection. Now I need to move to the users collection, then his specific doc ID. So that's why I passed the user ID, you can see here. So that's why I'll just move to a specific doc ID. Now we'll just move to the collection, and the collection we have written, which is the items, I guess. Yeah, so this is the collection. We'll move to the collection, then the doc, and then the specific item ID as well, and we'll just change the status as well. Now let's pass these two functions, and let's see how the approval thing will going to work. So I'll just wrap up the container with a gesture detector, and in the ontap method I'll just need to write something like this, which is like async await database methods dot update admin request. I don't need to pass the user info map, so I'll remove that because we don't need to pass a map. So I'll remove this first, and then we are going to first pass like admin request. So for the admin we just need to get item ID, so I'll remove this as well, not this, yeah. So here I just need to pass the item ID. So I'll write ds.id, and now the await database methods dot, and here I'm going to just pass update user request, and in the user request I need to pass the user specific doc id. So let me see the field name that we have passed, so which is this one. We'll copy this, we'll paste it something over here, and the ds.id. Yeah, so let's hot restart the app and let's see how the thing will going to work. Now I'll click to this approve button, and you can see that it just take a few milliseconds I guess to remove that container from here, because we have already given the approval to that item that the user want to dispose. Now let's check to the firestore database and let's see if the status has been updated or not. So here you can see that the status has been changed for the user side to approved, and let's to the admin side also. Let's see for the admin side also, and here you can see that status also has been changed to approved. So you can see that how easily we can update the respective field if we want, and this is the new thing you have learned if you are following the video for the first time. So